Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iliana Magra, and here are the top headlines of the day in Greece. Greek Supreme Court prosecutor Iliana has ordered an urgent judicial investigation to examine the circumstances under which the Hellenic Air and Rail Accident Investigation Authority's report on the Tempe train crash included references to a flammable liquid that was allegedly responsible for the explosion following the deadly crash. The investigation will look into whether the offense of undue influence on judicial officials has been committed. The chapter on the fireball, which incinerated several victims after the collision, was based on conclusions attributed to foreign experts from the universities of Ghent and Pisa. However, these experts have since questioned how their findings were presented in the report, which was published in late February. Prosecutor Iliana has also called for an investigation into the role played by an independent expert committee hired by some of the victims' families, as well as that of a technical advisor representing some of the families in the formulation of the aforementioned conclusion. Earlier today, the president of the authority, Christos Papadimitriou, announced that the fireball chapter would be removed from the report. Now, addressing the new U.S. tariffs on EU goods, Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis said this morning that Greek products such as olive oil, table olives and feta cheese are not produced in the United States, so it makes no sense to impose tariffs on them. While chairing the Government Economic Policy Council, the Prime Minister emphasized that the government will defend Greece's national interests, but that he wants to keep expectations in check as the response from the U.S. government is still uncertain. The Council has a dual role: to draft a national economic strategy and, secondly, to coordinate the actions of the respective ministries in line with the government's goals. Now, schools in the regional unit of Florina, as well as in other areas of northern Greece, remained closed today due to severe weather conditions and heavy snowfall. Snow removal machines operated throughout the national and provincial networks during the night to prevent any problems. In an unusual sight for the beginning of April, some areas in Thessaloniki, Greece's second largest city, are also covered in snow. However, vehicle traffic is proceeding without issues on the Thessaloniki Peripheral Road, as well as on the city's central road axis. Starting tomorrow, the rest of the country is also expected to be affected by the bout of cold weather, primarily due to lower temperatures. In other news, international passenger traffic at Athens International Airport surged by 14.4% in March compared to the same month last year, according to official data released today. At the same time, there was also a 2.1% increase in domestic travel. It should also be noted that last year marked a record high in passenger volume for the airport, and this year is on track to set a new all-time record. There were more than 50,500 flights at Athens International Airport from January to March this year, reflecting a 9.3% increase compared to the same period in 2024. Greece's main public and private sector trade unions have announced a 24-hour general strike on Wednesday. Nationwide travel will be disrupted as seafarers, air traffic controllers, and railway workers join the walkout. Journalists, however, will strike a day earlier, so there will be no news bulletin tomorrow. Tune in again on Wednesday for the only English-language news bulletin in the country, which will be broadcast from Delphi, where the 10th Delphi Economic Forum is taking place. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a good afternoon.